Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Here. Only dot. Lamp. Dot. Bit of taxes. Well, see how wild since I see you in a stream. I think. Maybe. It's such a weird place. Hello, everyone. Good night. How you?
Okay, enough. Hey. But yeah, yeah, that is exactly why I picked this game actually. So I will explain. I will elaborate. First off, sorry for taking a bit longer than anticipated. I had like everything set up, but for some reason, when I open the game, it disconnects Bridger. So you know, the thing that allows me to do things like this or like this. And I don't know why. And I googled for all of like 10 seconds and there were no solutions. So like I guess we'll just deal with it. I guess we'll just go like that. The game is pretty short anyway. So yeah, once we jump into the game, my tracking might be weird. It is normal. I mean, it's not normal, but it is what it is. I assume it's just, you know, I always assume there'll be issues with this like indie horror game stuff. So I'm always expecting something, so I'm like, okay, and I quickly Googled, found nothing, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Whatever, we'll just go like that. It's part of the experience. The scuff is part of the experience with this kind of games. How did your Friday ended? Good actually, cold. A lot of snow. But yeah, the only reason I am late is because usually we get home at like 6 or so, or like a little before 6. But we went to buy groceries, and then we dropped by the pet shop to buy a few things, and we just kind of looked around for a bit. And then we went to Starbucks for some tea, some chai. No coffee for me at this time. So yeah, by the time I got home, I was like, oh, it's basically 7 p.m. But I was like, okay, whatever, you know, I can just start a little later. Remember, like I made that tweet of like, gonna start a bit later, but like we're doing Final Fantasy today still. But then, like 5-10 minutes after that, my sister told me she begins work early tomorrow, which means I have to wake up earlier than usual. And for some reason, like I mean, I do it during the week, but for some reason when I do it on weekends, it just destroys me. So I like, there's no way I can stay awake. Like Final Fantasy is probably gonna have me on hold for like 5 hours or something like that. There's no way I can do that and then like wake up at 6 a.m. the next day. It ain't happening. But I still have to stream, you know, like I still have the energy stream. I'm like, should I just cancel? But I was like, no, I mean, I could stream. What could I stream? And I'm like, I should have some short game that I can do in like an hour or so. So I started going through my Steam library and being like, what game is short? It was either that or just maybe I was gonna try out, if I couldn't find any, I was just gonna try out Dave the Diver, but we'll leave that for some other time. But yeah, I found these that I've wanted to play for a while, the Fears to Fathom episodes. Yeah, I look up, like, I look up in how long to beat. I'm like, okay, how long to beat first to Fathom, like the first one. And it said, according to how long to beat, it said like between 22 to 31 minutes. And I'm like, okay, that's perfect. So here we are. Dave is a kind of in-depth game, no pun intended. Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those games that I'm not sure if I said it on stream. It's one of those games that I'm not sure if it will be like stream worthy for me. But also, like, I don't want to start it and then be like, oh, this would actually be fine to stream, and then I start it again on the stream because, you know, it wouldn't be the same. And there's a few games like that I'm like, oh, like, I kind of want to play this, but I mean, I'm not sure if it will be good for a stream. So I decided that whenever I have a game like that, I'm just gonna try it. You know, I'm just gonna try it on a stream, and if I feel like it's good enough, a good fit for me to stream, I'll do it. I'll continue it on a stream. If not, I'll just continue playing it on my own, because there's games that I feel like I will like playing regardless, you know. But like, sometimes there are games that are, depending on who you are, how you play and whatever, I feel like there are games that are good for you to stream, and some others that aren't. Like, in my case, you've seen me, guys. I kind of focus a lot onto the game. Once we jump into it, I'm not much of a yapper when I'm playing. So like, I kind of need a game that will have like stuff happening, or like stuff being thrown at me. But also something that I kind of still pay attention and understand while still focusing on chat. So sorry again for yesterday. Oh, it's fine. You know, as long as you know. And I know you're new to like VTubers and all that, so. Basically an off-stream racing sim master. I do like some Needs for Speeds, but like, I always kind of like, I download them because I have a few free ones, sometimes with PS Plus or like with the Xbox Game Pass. And then I'll play them for a while, and then I'll just, you know, reach a point in which like I'm kind of stuck, and then I'll stop. The last one I was playing, I was actually enjoying a lot, and I was actually playing a lot until the game started crashing on my PS4 out of nowhere. So I was like, okay, guess this is as far as we go in this game, and uninstalled. It was Need for Speed. I don't remember. It was one that was free at some point, which probably won't say much because I know there's a lot of them that are free now on this. I mean, free, quote unquote free, on the subscription services on PlayStation. Let me see. Maybe if I look at the Need for Speed, if I look at the game covers, maybe I'll remember. Covers. Okay. It might have been Pro Street. Mayhaps. I would probably just look it up on my PlayStation app. I'm stupid. The only two games I play are Sonic games and train sims. That's it. One of those is really easy to talk and do at the same time. One isn't. Yeah. Like Sonic games for me are like an exception because, you know, there's already like so much happening on the screen. So I don't really... That's the thing. I like games in which, you know, I can talk at some points, but like I won't need to be like filling the void most of the time. Like the game will be doing that for me. Because as I said, I'm not a great yapper. Like sometimes you guys will catch me yapping a lot during pre-streams. Like during the chatting part of streams. Because sometimes it just unleashes. But I'm usually not a great yapper, especially not when I'm playing, because like, you know, Oh well, and the PlayStation app decides that now is a good time to not work. But yeah, it might have been frustrated. Like on Sonic Frontiers Towers 2, yeah. I think that was PS3 and Wii era. Oh, then I don't know. Hello, Alchemist. Hello, Kirito. Need for Speed PS4 games. Payback? I mean, for all that I know, it might have been a PS3 game. What Pursuit? I mean, I did play Pro Street, but yeah, I might have actually played that on the Wii. That's why it actually looks familiar to me, because I rented the game at Blockbuster. I often go back and rewatch a bit in the Final Horizon DLC. Oh yeah, no, that was great. Hello, Albino Tailgater, how are you doing? Do you have cup power-ups? No, it was... Or did I? No, I don't think so. It was kind of open worldy. I just kind of drove around winning races to get reputation. Okay, might have been Payback. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Payback. Need for Speed Payback. Imágenes. Or was it? I remember being on the desert a lot. So it looked like this might be it. I was like in a big open area, like no city, miss Blockbuster as the live renting games kind of went away, and with Redbox official beginning to go away, I think renting games are just no longer a thing anymore. Yeah, it really isn't. I don't think Redbox ever made it to my country, and if it did, it was never outside the capital. So for me, it was like Blockbuster or nothing. We were literally the only ones. But yeah, it might have been Payback. I was like I said on like an open kind of map, and I could kind of find cars and like abandoned cars, and like take them and repair them. They're like stuff hidden around, and I had to participate in like street races. Blockbuster, my beloved, truly. One of the local chains always had free popcorn. Oh, that's so good. We didn't really have, at least in my city, or like the cities I lived in, I don't think we ever really had like local movie renting chains. So it was just Blockbuster. It's not that it's not even that I went that often, but like during high school, I was living in a city. Our apartment was located like 2 blocks away from a Blockbuster. So like, I will just walk there whenever and rent something, rent stuff, and just walk around, seeing like what to rent and like try out games and stuff. Because I had a Wii, but I didn't have that many games. I remember renting VHS. I remember spitting tapes on a pencil. I will rent movies too, since I'm... Actually, I don't think I rented that many movies. I might have rented a few, but I mostly rented games. Because I did have cable. Like, pretty much my whole life. But, I mean, it also got to a point in which I really didn't watch that much TV. Most of the time, I liked, like, just having it on the background. But, also, it reached a point in my life where that actually started bothering me too. So I just never rarely used it unless it was to play games. Yeah, like nowadays we don't even have the TV connected to an antenna or anything. So it gets maybe like 3 or 4 channels. I think. Not that I know of. I say we don't watch TV. I just play. Physical media for all its flaws, it still rocks. It does. This was way before my time. Is it true Blockbuster and Nintendo work together for Hey You Pikachu? That I can say because I am from a third world country, so. I don't think we even got Hey You Pikachu. Or maybe we did, but it just... Oh yeah, I think we had it. Oh yeah, we did have it, I think. I might have seen it somewhere. Legal copies? I'm South American, I don't know the meaning of that. I will burn PS2 games and sell them to my neighbor. When I was like 16. Because I was like, I don't think I sold it to him. I just gave it to him, gave it to them. Because I was like, you know, I know how to do this, but I don't have a PS2, so do you want a game? I can probably get it. And he was younger, he was like maybe 12. When I moved, when I was in uni, and I got a PS3, I found a guy on Facebook that will sell games for cheap. They were like original copies, but he brought them from Europe, and I don't know how he did it, because it was also a thing of like, I don't know what I'm gonna get, you know, like I just get a box with games and then I put them up for sale. And I'm like, okay, sure, I will ask no more questions. So I have like an European copy of Tomb Raider, I think, somewhere. Legally obtained. Yeah, exactly. My aunt actually burned a lot of DVDs of my favorite childhood series. With the title written in Sharpie. Oh, that's so cute. I had a VHAs with, I think it was Hercules. It wasn't even mine. It was from like some friends of the family, and for some reason I had it for years. It wasn't even like actually a Hercules VHS, you know, like the Disney movie. It was a recording they got from like one time they put it on TV, and they recorded they recorded it onto VHS. They recorded it onto a tape, and voila, you have a movie now. With the commercial breaks, I believe so, yeah. I don't even remember. I was like 6, maybe. I don't really remember. I just remember that it was a thing. My dad will also tell me how they will record cassettes in the before times. You know, like you will have this friend that had like a radio that could record tapes. You know, yeah, you will get a cassette in there, and then like a friend will go somewhere else. You know, will go to like a phone booth, or if they had a phone, they would do it from there. You know, they will go to a phone booth and like call the radio station and ask them, like, request the song that they wanted to record. So then the friend that was like waiting by the radio will press like record and record the song. I'm like, damn, all the logistics to get a song. Oh, I would love to have CRT to play my GameCube games. Not that I actually play them on TV, since I play them on stream, so but but you get what I mean. But yeah, Blockbuster was great. I do miss Blockbuster. Sometimes I wish that like game companies or like console makers or whoever will let you rent games. You know how you can go on YouTube and like rent a movie. Like I wish they could do that with game. They will do that with games. Not the same experience, but like, still sometimes you just want to try a game, and there's no demo. And you're there like, okay. That's called a trial, yeah, but not all games have them. I wish game demos will be more common again also. There are more games that I feel are coming out with demos. So that's great. But it's still not a super common practice when it should be. I wish Steam will do its demo fest and then just never end it. Real. Real and true. Steam demo fest 24/7, 365 days a year. That's exactly what we want. That's what the people are asking for. But yeah. Anyway. Make it happen, Gavin. Please. Anyway, I chose this game because it is exceptionally short. I considered starting Sonic Shadow Generations, but then I was like, no, but I wanna play something that I can just do like a one-off, and then just go back to my regular schedule. So then I saw this. It was like 22 minutes, and I'm like, okay, that sounds perfect. Let's do it. My poor people rise. Steam, I feel like just needs a major overhaul. I mean, all in all, I think Steam is one of the friendliest gaming portals? Is that how you call it? Platforms? I will put, like, from my personal experience and my personal opinion, I will put like a Steam on top, followed maybe by Xbox Game Pass. Microsoft have taken like some weird ass decisions, but I still really like the Game Pass concept. And then like I don't know, Sony and Nintendo are fighting for the bottom tier. Oh, there's there's GOG, however you say it. I've never used that though, but I know that's a thing. I'm not sure how it is, so that's why I don't mention it because I've never used it. There's Humble Gaming also, but again, I think I bought a thing from there once. I just mean the Steam website is old and the UI could definitely use some tweaks and modern feature. Does anyone still use the Steam website for anything? genuine question. DOG is solid? Huh. Good, I love Nintendo. God, I hate Nintendo. Real. Nintendo is like love but hate relationship. Do you use the app? You do? It crashed your laptop in 2022? What? That makes no sense. How did that happen? But yeah, I assume everyone just used the app. Like, yeah, I've used the website only to like log in when you get like a new PC, and I think you need to log in from the website, and then like use never again. I just use the app like on my PC and on my phone, the Steam client. I assume that's what everyone used. So like I actually have no clue how the website looks. Oh, the 20,000 DLCs for the train sim game. I see. I understand. But yeah, I feel like that could happen anywhere. That is a lot of DLCs. But yeah, Nintendo is those things. It's like you love it, but also you hate it. Because they make fun stuff. They can make fun stuff. But like they're so Japanese corporation for so many things. That's like, bro. That's why I'm like, there's a Steam at the top. The Nintendo's really boomerhead. It is. But yeah, we'll put a Steam at the top. I barely use a Steam. I want to get a Steam Deck, so I actually start using it more. And take advantage of like the 3,000 sales that it has like throughout the year. But yeah, then as I said, I really like the Xbox Game Pass. And then as at the bottom, Sony and Nintendo. I will forever be salty with Sony that they won't let me change country. So now I have to have like a separate ass account just to buy games digitally. Had to make like a fucking Canadian account, which I don't even remember the email for. That is so goddamn dumb. It is. Also because they're, the PlayStation Plus game catalog. It's like, I feel like Xbox Game Pass has a more solid game catalog than PlayStation has. It has some gems in there, but also it has like, we're gonna put this game that no one will ever play. So Japan brain, no one ever emigrates ever. Yeah, no, exactly. You can't move countries. You know, and they make all these big files, like the PlayStation trophies and your score and whatnot. And then when I asked, like, but if I make a new account, like, can I just transfer like my trophies and all that? And they were like, no. So I'm like, what's the point? I am Dragon Brain. I need my trophies. So that's why I could have made a Canadian account and just use that to play. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep using my Chile account because it has all my trophies. And I just make a Canadian account to actually buy games. And buy like PlayStation Plus. So I get free games every now and then. So some BS, truly. Sorry, I'm looking at my cat. He likes to get behind the computer. Okay, he's off. But anyway, as I say, I chose this game because it's particularly short. Also because on Fridays I tend to yap a lot, as you can see. It's already been 40 minutes. My other cat is coming. Why won't you guys leave me alone? I'm busy. There she goes. Tomorrow's gonna be a short stream too. Actually, is Dusha story short? But yeah, speaking of tomorrow, there shouldn't be any delays, but there might be. I need to go pick up something to the post office, which is like right here. But like, you know, they open at 9 and my stream is at 9:30, so I'm like, It's kind of short. Okay, good. That will allow me to rest because I'm gonna be tired tomorrow. But yes, I said that's the thing. I need to, for those that missed it, I need to wake up early tomorrow. And especially on Saturdays, when I wake up early, you know, when I stay up late on Friday, then I wake up early on Saturday, I'm just like absolutely destroyed. Which is why I've actually cancelled a few Saturday streams during the past month or so, because that will happen. So I'm like, yeah, no, there's no way I'm doing Final Fantasy today. I need something short that I can do in like just one sitting, so then I can just return to my life. So that's why we're here with Fears to Fathom. So yeah, with that said, shall we jump into the game? So we should hopefully finish it soon. And then I can go to bed scared. I've heard this game is pretty scary and it looks pretty nice, so we'll see about that. Yeah, Mika wants to destroy me, so I can't add more games to my backlog. I need to go through what I have. So yeah, we shall finish Final Fantasy next week. Hopefully, because you know, if my Final Fantasy will really depend on, you know, I'm gonna schedule it for every Friday. Just know that there might be changes. So depending on whether my sister starts work early or not on Saturday. Because as I said, otherwise I can't really stay stay up late. For some reason, when I wake up at like 7, but I mean, I still need to wake up early. I usually wake up at 7 on Saturdays to drive her. But for some reason, waking up at 7, I am mostly okay, even if I stay up late. But waking up at 6 just incinerates me. It's only an hour difference, but for some reason, it just kills me. Sonic as Shadow Generations, we are curious about. Oh yeah, I looked it up in How Long to Beat, and I was told it's pretty short, 6 to 7 hours. That's why also I consider it starting it, because I'm like, you know, it is, even if I can't do it in one sitting, it's still pretty short. You know, I can't just do it some other time and then be done with it. But as I say, I really wanted to go with something that I can just sit down and finish. As I said, if it happens again, because, you know, there's no way for me to know until like Friday or Thursday sometimes, if my sister starts early on weekends. So if it happens again, you know, I will either cancel a stream and rest if it's still like early during the day, you know, and just rest for Saturday, or I'll just pick up something else to either stream or play like a horror game or something else short, or something that can just be done like, you know, like a one shot kind of thing. I'm not a scary game person. Understandable. I've heard this game pretty scary though, so I'm looking forward to see. Have you seen Keep Driving? I have actually. I got it recommended it recently on my Steam discovery queue thingy. It looked interesting. So, you know, games like that. Yeah, you know, like I said, like, or try out games like Dave the Diver, or there was another one I wanted to play. There's a free demo they sold me on the game. Ooh. Actually, that's another thing I could do if it happens again, that I need to push back on Final Fantasy 16. I could just look up demos on Steam and be like, this demo looks interesting. Can you actually look up? Is there like a way to look up like games that have demos? Demos. Categories demos. I mean, now I'm actually kind of curious. Free demos. Escape from Duck Hub. Half Sword. Euro Truck Simulator 2. Bongo Cat. Oh, I have Rift with the Necrodancer. What's this? Mindwave. Oh yeah, there's quite a few demos, so if it happens again, we'll probably check out some demos. Or like one demo. And like, you never know. It might actually interest me on a new game. Of course. I scroll over one that seemed like kind of cute and cozy, and I see the tags and it says nudity, sexual content. I see. I understand. Bom dia, tristeza. Sound like a good game to me. Cozy in a specific way. I guess you could say that. Oh, well, yeah, there's quite a few demos, so. Hentai Simulator, I see. Yeah, I can always just check out demos if I ever don't know what to do. Chonkers. Moose miners. What kind of algorithm has scapegoated you? I don't know, man. Like most of my wishlist is horror games. I don't know why they show me that. Small spaces. Oh, this looks cozy. Feed the cups. Outside the blocks. That looks nice too. Drive beyond horizons. Berserk Beats? Who is this Mega Man wannabe? Wait, it's literally Mega Man Battle Network gameplay. Huh, interesting. The line between horror and hentai is thin, indeed. Sexbot Lab. I see. And then there's like Dead Rising, Dark Hours, Monster Hunter Wilds. Ah, yes. Low and Furious. Not Fast and Furious. Low and Furious. Bark and Catch. Sayaka, my naughty MILF neighbor. How do these games even make it into Steam? The nurses from Silent Hill. Golf Gambit. Replicube. Hidden Cats. Cafe Mart Simulator. All right, so that's definitely what we'll do next time if I run out of time to stream on Fridays. Fashion Show Simulator. Black Hole Simulator, I see. Interesting, interesting. Have you seen the ghost from Fatal Frame 4? Just saying. Was it 4 or 5? Oh no, it was 5, I think. Yeah, 5. Have you seen the ghost of Fathom frame 5? Yeah, Black Water. Have you seen that lady? Just saying. I ignore all photo frames because I know that will give me nightmares, so I actually hate getting my photo taken. But I mean, in this one, you are the one taking photos to defend yourself. Ghost kind of looking ectoplasmic. Real talk though, some of the ghosts in Fathom frame are ridiculously hot, and I'm like, why? They're supposed to be dead people that scare us. why are like 80% of them hot ladies? Is the same devs as Dead or Alive? I see, that makes sense. That also explains the jiggle physics on the protagonists. Call me Ghostbuster the way I'm busting that ghost. But anyway, I'm gonna open the game now, so that my motor is gonna freeze for like a few seconds, and then it will be weird, and then we'll jump into the game. Before it gets too late, and I'll just end this as just chatting. Let's actually get into the game. So yeah, this is Fears to Fathom, an episodic horror game. I forgot my heart rate monitor. Should I? Wait, do I have the app installed on my phone? I should, right? Yeah, I've been using it. I don't remember. Oh yeah, there it is. I should get my heart rate monitor. Let me just quickly get that. It's like right beside me. Heart rate monitors are important for horror games. Is the music supposed to be like that? Oh, like, sounds weird? Yeah. Beep, beep. Alright, Chaos. Have fun. Thank you for dropping. And hopefully I can finish some games to get to Sonic Shadow fast. Because I do want to play it, I'm just my backlog, man. Pulsoid. Connected. Alright, now I just need to... I'm gonna remove my glasses. And my hat, actually. Actually, I'm gonna leave it on. And now I need to actually go onto the Pulsoid website. dashboard. Let's see. Do I have any like old school let me scroll past the paid ones. Is there any other that's kinda old school besides that one that I'm seeing? No, so I guess we'll just go with that one. This one. No, not that. There we go. Very, very old school. Gonna get some ambient lighting going. And are we ready? 95 window, yeah, exactly. Because you know it goes with all the old CRT filter thingy. Hey, PCU, you are just in time indeed because this game is pretty short, so... If you had arrived like 5 minutes later, you would probably have missed like half of it. You are chill, actually. Oh, you mean you're looking at my heart rate? Yeah, 80, 90 is like my regular. That's why I also like connecting it before actually jumping into the game. I usually have it up during just chatting and everything, but like I forgot this time. I only remember now. My BPM is around 70. Yeah, it's lower for some people and higher for others. It's like... There was one time that I actually needed to remind people in chat when I was playing with Maple. Because her heart rate is pretty low compared to mine. And I had to be like... That's normal, guys. Doesn't mean like I'm more scared than her or anything. That's just her normal, you know? You need to look like at everyone's normal, and then you compare from there. Not everyone has the same BPM. You guys have heart ratings? We do. Maple is always more scared. Yeah. It's just her BPM. Her BPM is just lower than mine, but she's always more scared than me. That's just how it be. But yeah, I heard this game is pretty scary, and actually Quinn told me this game was pretty scary, so I have high expectations. We shall see. We shall see. What's this heart rate you speak of? Hey, Harmonic Minor, hello. We're just starting now, actually. But yeah, sometimes it goes... You know, it goes up like if I laugh and stuff, so... yeah, heart rates... You know, heart rate monitors are fun. But they're not as simple As a lot of people seem to think, you know, yeah, you can't just compare heart rates between everyone. I watched streamers play the Fears of Fathom games before. They can be scary. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm excited. For those that have been here a while, you know it's been a while since any horror game has actually scared me, so so let's see what this game has to offer. First of Fathom is an episodic psychological horror game where each episode unveils a short story narrated by the ones who survived. You are playing episode 1, more episodes are coming soon. Episode playtime around 20 minutes, so perfect. Instead of jump scares, which don't really count. Yeah, jump scares don't really count. And like sometimes you can see them coming anyway, and like sometimes they surprise you, but you know. Also, it's gonna be my first time trying to play with this new keyboard, so how will that go? I don't know. I assume that I move with WASD. But yeah, let's play Home Alone. That is the first one. First of Fathom, episode 1. Home Alone. That's what I said. July 12th. No, it is February 7th, actually. I don't want to put this up on Reddit just for it to be called a piece of fiction. I don't even know where to start. Excuse my lack of good storytelling skills. I guess I'll just start. It was the middle of the summer. My parents had left for that weekend due to a work trip, which meant I was all by myself for the weekend. Also, I feel like I do have to mention that my sleep schedule was really messed up around this time. I will sleep and get up at just about any time of the day. Though I did plan on fixing that. I'm sure. Okay, already starting up kinda quickly. Place to get up. I woke up around 8 after a nap that evening. Oh, I can see the messages. I was gonna say, also I saw, I think on the game description it says that it has like, you know when the games have like, I don't know, voice activation? It's not called that, but you know that's the first term that comes to mind. But basically they can hear your microphone. So I'm like, oh, goody. That I'm sure that will mean nothing bad. Good morning to you, Ekanorad. Messages, mom. Oh, I can scroll up. Today, 9:24 a.m. Wait, when are you guys gonna be back? Dad and I are gonna be back on Monday, honey. Didn't I tell you that yesterday? Cool. Take care, honey. Sleep on time. I hope you get the Xbox like you promised. 11 a.m. I mean, if you get the discount. 3 p.m. Can I invite Mason and Joshua for the night? Yo, I got an achievement for you in the chat. Let's go. For homework. For homework, they say. Of course you can. Of course you can. Call me if you need anything. Make sure to check its stamp on the door before opening it. Checks with the blinds. Take care, honey. Sure thing, Mom. Dad and I may be back by Sunday evening. Why are you being so paranoid? Mom, I'm 14. I think I'm gonna take a little nap. Probably gonna order some pizza. Yes. Why? What was the reaction? Well, they're 14, so I guess it makes sense. you know, her mom is just saying like, "Oh, we may be back sooner than expected." Actually, and he's like, "Oh, why are you being so paranoid, mom?" Ah! And here are this Mason. Yo. You coming to Jessica's tomorrow? Yeah, heard you're coming too. What about you? I don't know. What's wrong? Weren't you gonna see her yesterday? She didn't show up. It's like I don't even matter to her. You matter. Period. Thanks, bro. Unless you multiply yourself by the speed of light squared, then your energy. What a nerd. I like him. I get some energy then. How's Cam? Yeah, crap. I thought I forgot. Probably gonna do tonight. Lol, same. My parents are out for the night. Wanna come over? We can play Mario Kart too. I'll let you know. Okay, call Josh too. I can't promise, dude. May have plans with Nat. Yo, you're gonna change me for a woman? How dare you? Space to get up. That does not look exactly like the painting I remember. What's this? Oh, radio. We're not gonna turn that on. I am on the second floor. Alright. I did have homework that night, but I was too hungry to do it right after waking up. Okay, so my boy is hungered. He hungers. What's this? Just to sit down? Never mind. Okay, I'm liking the vibe so far. I think it helps that it's on like a house. So you know these things are always more scary when they're like close to home. No pun intended. Alright, we go out, I guess. Yo, it's the same painting. Why can I crouch? That is not fun. And they give you the ability to crouch in our game. It's bad. I don't know what's worse actually, when they give you the ability to crouch, or when they give you the ability to run. No need to order anything. I already made you lasagna this morning. Check the fridge. Yo, what was that lag? What's this soon? What's with the sudden crescendo music? Okay, I might have this on like too high quality. How do I get out though? Let me. I'm gonna hide the game for a bit. I put it on the highest quality, and I'm like, that might have been too much. I'm just gonna close it. We haven't really done much. And now we open it again. Will it give me the options again? Yeah. Let's go with beautiful, not fantastic. You don't hear crescendos when you're getting something from the kitchen. Weird. Alright, I'm sorry then. I guess I am just a weird one. Totally normal. Have the messages separate. What's this? What's it? Ask me why, but I went straight to my parents' room. Why bro not turning on the light? Oh. Who are you? It's gonna be about an intruder trying to get into my home. That's gonna be fun. What was called? Microwave? Oven? Chucky Peak? Amazing. Why is it so loud? I'll probably turn on the fan for you. Food was nice and hot. I like watching TV while I ate. Okay. Where's the TV? I don't like your house, my boy. That. she's from like another game. So many watching options. Why is he doing the Spider-Man sidewalk? Is this some kind of premonition? No! Oh, you started again. Okay. Let's watch the other thing. And sit to it, I guess. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. I love how he's eating the entire lasagna thing. I was already feeling very sleepy after eating the food. You literally just woke up. But sure, either way. Cool, Mom. We're gonna have to call it off, man. Something just came up. But you gotta come to Jessica's tomorrow. I reply. Okay. Bro. Thanks. No, just okay? Okay. Why did you give me the option to type if I can't type anything? Where do I throw this? Into the sink. I remember I had to finish up on my homework. Okay. Typical 14-year-old stuff, to be honest. Truly. But yeah, my man really just ate a whole ass lasagna. It's so much that I'm going up the stairs very slowly. I'm sorry, Miles. Gotta see you tomorrow. Don't forget camp, though. Chill out, dude. All good. I'll probably just go back to bed after camp. And man, really, like, I wake up, I eat, I sleep. No more creepy neighbors around. Do your homework, little boy. 12:38 a.m. I got done with the homework for the day in about a few hours. Only creepy neighbor is that one guy strung your gym. What, are you gonna go sleep now? Why is this open? Close your shit. Alright, don't close your shit be that way. Don't stay up too late, you kids. I shouldn't get to hear from Mrs. Paula this time. Oh yeah, I guess we never told Mom that we're not hanging out with our friendos. Change me. Also, why is Mom awake? at past midnight. What kind of example are you setting? Should you sleep? I'm probably be woken up by something really scary. Close your room? I should. Can I though? Oh yeah. I was trying to lock it. But if you want, maybe that way. Honk Mimir. 1:16 a.m. I got up to get some water. Breathing. The creepy clock sounds. My man is unable to turn on lights. Huh. It begins. This is progressing by me hiding under the bed right away. Give me hide options. I don't like. You see anything, you throw the water. I think this is a home invasion situation. So I don't understand why they wouldn't just call the police. You capping moment. Yeah, I don't trust it. Yeah, I think the game's making me go down. Unanswer it. Yeah, I don't trust this. Okay, yeah, I was like, it's been a while. I don't trust this. That she went from like, we're calling the cops to, you know, don't answer the door no matter what he does. And then went to, it's Paula at the door. And the Paula is not capitalized. But I don't know if that will be on purpose or it's just a mess up. But I guess, yeah, I guess we're dying. Let's go. Trusty water bottle. Okay, there is a sprint. amazing. First try. Oh, the game just closes. All right, should we quickly check what happens if we just go open the door right away? First try. I'm like, I've heard too many like true horror stories on YouTube of like people, you know, when people like are like home alone or someone breaks into the house and like, they always call 911 and they're like, uh lock the door, get yourself in a room with a door lock, where there is the bathroom or anyone else, and just stay there until the police arrive. So I'm like, yeah, sounds like a good plan. Sounds like that's what I'm gonna do. Good stream. I actually thought you had to open it. We don't answer the door like that. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you tell me there's a guy at my door and they're like, I hear a window breaking, and you think I'm gonna go answer the door? Ain't no way. But yeah, now that we go through the initial spook, let's just see what happens if we go open the door like an idiot. We've seen that too many times. They can't pull that on us. Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm from Latin. You think I'm gonna fall through this? I see a door opening. I mean, they made me go out of my room, even though I wasn't gonna do it. But like, they had me go out. I actually wonder if that was just me waiting long enough, or if I actually needed to like go out and at least see something before the cops actually arrived. Or if I just waited long enough under the bed. I'm gonna check what's around here actually now. Oh hey, I can actually go outside. Hello, murder person, are you here? I guess you're not here. My guess will be they broke this to try and get to open the door. That cross tech and tech. Alright, I'm gonna put on the TV. Vacuum this lasagna. there. I didn't see the guy creeping around now. I mean, probably because I didn't actually peek out the curtains right away, like last time. Oh no, because last time it's from here that I saw him. But yeah, I guess I had to do it like right after. Right after getting out from my room. Oop. Oh, gotta do that homework. Homework was done. I was off to bed. Oh yeah, the reason she was saying kids. Sorry, I was really quiet during this thing since the description gave me the impression that if I was too loud, the robot would find me. So I was like trying to whisper a lot. But this is a second playthrough, and we know the guy is not inside yet. But yeah, the reason she's saying kids is because the guy, you know, the son asked her earlier if he could invite some friends over, and the mom was like, "Yeah, sure." And he never told her that they weren't actually coming anymore. So mom just assumed that there were more kids in the house. So you wanted to do an ASMR stream. I will like that actually someday. All right, the water. The water. I wonder if I can see him now if I look through the window. No? Okay. It was nice. You like my whispering? Anyone on the back? No? Okay. Oh yeah, that music was not ominous at all. It's so slow to go up the stairs. Too much lasagna. I just throw it. Ah, here we are. Who's that at the door? When is it that send the other message? The great window. Question mark. Okay, now when we hide and we hear the window break. And then the things start to ring the doorbell. Right, now let's go out and die, shall we? Oh, and it just closes the game on you. Okay, all right. So I guess he just kills you instantly. All right, all right. Sounds good. Let's go back here. I hate this. It's all right. It's over. That was loud. It was. It was louder than I expected it to be. But yeah, so that was Fears to Fathom. It was kind of creepy, yeah. Now I don't need to go to the bathroom, so that's a plus, maybe. The fears were fathomed indeed. But now I'm left wondering. Guys, so you turn into a T-Rex, truly. Now I'm left wondering, but like, was that actually Paula at the door? Did he somehow manage to get a hold of her mom's phone to be like, oh, don't worry, it's all right? Because it makes no sense to me that a mom would be like, lock the doors, do not go out, do not answer the door no matter what he does, we're calling the cops. But like 5-10 minutes later, be like, oh, don't worry, that's just Paula. Everything's gonna be all right. Unless she meant it as... Unless she meant it as a, like, you know, that's Paula, ring the doorbell. As in a way to be like, to the person inside. To be like, hey, you know, there's someone at the door. One of them Peter said, damn, that's rude. But yeah, I guess that could be an approach, you know, maybe... Because technically, now that I think about it, technically she you know, she told us that was Paula at the door. But she never, like, actually told us to like, go answer the door. You know, it's her. It just kind of, you just kind of interpret it that way because of the situation. Because, she tells you not to open the door, and then she's like, oh, that's Paula at the door. But I guess that could have been a way to like reassure him, to be like, you're not alone. There's someone like right outside. While the cops arrive. I guess that will make more sense. Instead of being like, how the fuck is he messaging me from the mom's phone? But like, yeah, like everyone will assume it's like, oh, we need to go open the door. Or like, I guess that most people will assume that. But my Latin brain knows better, and I'm like, Mom told me to hide, lock the door and hide until the cops arrive, and that's what I'm gonna do. I don't care if Paula is outside. There is a guy inside the house. It's a horror lesson in perfect info. Yeah, and also it makes sense because it was like 1, 2 a.m. probably. And the mom was probably very stressed during the whole situation. Imagine you're a parent, and your neighbor suddenly sent you a photo of like, you have your kid alone at your home. You leave your 14-year-old alone for the weekend. And suddenly a neighbor sends you a picture of like, there's some creep at the door. So yeah, I think. Okay, that makes sense. It was like a reassurance. It wasn't actually a go open the door, that's Paula. It was a reassurance of like, don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. Paula is there. That's Paula, like ringing the doorbell, and the cops are on the way. Because also like a lot of these people that break into homes, a lot of them are just opportunists. So they'll see an empty house and they'll break in. So like, if someone goes and start ringing the doorbell, you're gonna be like, oh fuck, someone saw me. Some will not care though. So like Paula was a real one, honestly. Because some of these people will not care and will fuck you up. So cheers to Paula. Paula went out there at like 2 a.m. being like, there is a kid alone in that house. And I'm not gonna just sit around waiting for the cops to arrive. Paula gets a little star saying you did more than most. Exactly. It might have not been much in the grand scheme of things. She was just ringing the doorbell. But not anyone will have done that. Because it is a risk. You never know if these people are armed or if they're violent. But she went there nonetheless. So claps to Paula. Probably a real one. If we all had neighbors like Paula, life will be better. But yeah, that was fun for like, it was really creepy for like such a short experience. I really like that, you know, it's kind of not all heroes wear capes, truly. It was really creepy for sure, a short experience too, you know, it's because as I said, usually things are creepier when they're like closer to home, and that like this was just a boy home alone during the weekend. And it wasn't like a ghost or anything paranormal, it was literally just an intruder. That is creepy, you know, no matter the age, but especially as a kid. Like imagine you're home alone and suddenly you hear like a window breaking or something. That's scary. The creepy atmosphere was well achieved. Yeah, exactly, you know. And like a lot of these games, you know, sometimes I feel like they abuse the CRT filter, but I feel in this one it fit really well. But also I don't know about my other Latin brothers, but I will have never been left alone as a 14-year-old. I wasn't allowed to be home alone until I was like 20. At 14, no. Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, no parent will leave their 14-year-old alone. They do it in North America, though. But you know, things are different in LATAM. And especially for us, you know, like maybe our parents' generations and their grandparents. It was, you know, like my dad, my mom, what should I say, like how they will walk all the way from school to home, like alone, and sometimes they will just go play with their friends and be out very late and then just get home. And it was like whatever, you know. But during our generation, that wasn't really a thing anymore. We were left with grandma. Yeah, like sometimes you will be left with like your grandma maybe, or like someone to watch you, a neighbor, anyone. But like, yeah, you will not leave kids alone at home. I don't think that really happens in Latin. Unless maybe you live in like if you live in a more secluded place, maybe where like nothing happens, there's still a few places like that. It might be more common. But if you live like in any city, it's like no. No. just no. Like you will be lucky if they will leave you alone while they go get groceries. Maybe. You know, and even then they would be like, do not open the door to anyone. You know, like we have keys, we will enter. Not me casually getting up to double check my lock on a bedside table. Yeah, I'm like, I mean, that's the whole reason I got a Google camera for my door. Because, you know, we might be in Canada, but I mean, I still don't trust it. I still have my Latin brain. And I'm like, we're two girls living alone in a place that's like at ground level. I'm like, and we don't have like a peephole on the door. So I'm like, no, I want a doorbell camera. I will not feel safe without one, so I can check who's at the door. If it was an apartment, maybe because they need to pass through 2 doors. I mean, I have 2 doors here. They're both locked. But still, I was like, I want a doorbell camera. I live full alone, so I get the mild paranoia. Yeah, no, I understand that. But yes, I have 2 doors, and I often need to remind myself that we have double windows here, so... I think all the doors have locks too. Someone says I have a large dog. I have 2 cowardly cats, so... But yeah, that's also when, if any of you North American boys go to LATAM, I should probably say Canadian boys, because I'm pretty sure it might be more common in America as well. But here in Canada, most people train their dogs not to bark. Yeah, forget about that in LATAM. People want their dogs to bark at strangers. Because, that's how they scare people off. So you'll be walking down the street minding your own business, and suddenly you'll have a dog trying to break through the gates, barking at you, and you will get the scare of your life. Can confirm. Still a huevo now. The first time I moved in, I had multiple people knock on my inner apartment door to ask about the prior tenant. I think he sold drugs. Yeah, that is weird. I will also think that. Can confirm. So yeah, I like sometimes damn, I miss the dog barking background noise. Whenever I hear a dog barking, I'm just like, oh, dogs have voices. Damn. Back in my country, it was really common for dogs to bark. You will hear barking pretty often, since, as I said, they will... Sometimes dogs will just bark, but also, if there were people walking past the home, dogs will bark at them. They also bark before an earthquake, which happens every day in my country, so, Lots of dog barking. But yeah, that actually led me very, very, very excited to play the other ones. Because the other ones, and I mean, if that was creepy with just 20 minutes, the others are 1 to 2 hours. So I'm like, interesting. I also had a girl try to borrow money off me at 1 a.m. It was so weird. I actually opened my door out of confusion, thinking she got locked out of her apartment or something. Damn. Okay, that's strange. I will never. But yeah, the other games I said are 1 to 2 hours, so I'm like, I'm excited to check them out. I also really like the fact that, like, yeah, you need to go lock your door and hide to win this. I'm like, damn, that's so logical. I love it. And like, it's so unexpected sometimes in like quote-unquote horror games. Do you recommend starting from Ghost Running 1 or should I just jump on Ghost Running 2 and catch up? Honestly, if you're looking for a better gameplay experience, you know, like more regular updates and whatnot, I would say to just jump into Ghost Running 2. Sorry, my cat is covering the camera. Hello, Reggie. But yeah, I will just recommend jumping to Ghost Running 2 and checking out lore videos, whether they're mine or not, or just reading the documents, or just using the cutscene interpreter to read the events, or Show, I think it was, that has a bunch of the, or all actually, I think has all the events on YouTube. So like you can read them without actually having to play Ghost Running 1. If you want the full experience, you can of course jump into it, but the thing is that Ghost Running 1 is very behind on events in the permanent mode. You know, there's a bunch of events that have not been added yet. So even if you speedrun the entire game, you won't be up to date. Are all the events canon? Yeah. Except some of the collabs. That was a good, cute little horror game, yeah. When common sense is the way to win a horror game, color me surprised. Yeah, exactly. It takes long enough that the gameplay brain takes over and says, I should do something, which is the wrong choice. Yeah, you know, I'm like... I was saying, now I kind of wonder what will happen if I just kind of waited there. I'm like, did the cops arrive because I waited long enough? Or did I actually need to like trigger that door opening and then hide for the cops to arrive? And yeah, it's sub gameplay also. Yes, Harmonic Minor says, you have to keep in mind, it is a 2016 game. So, you know, if you played old gachas from that era, you might have a better idea of what to expect. If you only played like more recent gachas, yeah, no, it's not gonna. It did not age well. Some people like the gameplay. The gameplay is very niche. So like, you know, some people adore it. Some people just can't be bothered by it. Are you telling me that being a manager from Shushu wasn't canon? No, that was indeed canon, as Harmonic Minor said. Yeah, the Zombieland Saga I meant. The Zombieland Saga collab was definitely canon. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Cops are like vampires, they cannot enter a home uninvited. Real. The gameplay is serviceable. Yeah, you know, like, the game works. Especially nowadays. On release, not so much, but now the game works. You can play the game. But yeah, I said it is a lot of events to go through, and you will need a lot of leveling to be able to go through the story, and the leveling is tedious. I mean, it is a bit less tedious nowadays, but still. You know, and you need to like do formations and put the right formations and get equipment and get the right dolls. there's no character gacha, like not paid. It's just with it's all with just in-game resources. Don't forget the IDW. Yeah, you're gonna get 1,000 IDWs, and your ears are gonna bleed. But I mean, as I said, you can definitely give it a try. Free experience, okay. I mean, you can get every character for free, so there's no modern gacha mechanics. Only in the costumes. The skins are gacha. But like the characters, equipment, like, and everything else is not. I mean, it is, as I said, it is in the sense that you still kind of quote unquote gamble for it, but it's all with in-game resources that you get just from idling. But then you also need those same resources to complete the stages, so you know, resource management. You love to see it. If there are no bonus suits, are you gonna ever waste a cent on the game? Oh, there are. But yeah, as I said, I mean, you can definitely give it a try. See if the gameplay suits you. Because I said, you have to go through the gameplay, especially in the early game. They made early game easier for new players also now, because, you know, they give you the AR team leveled according to which stage you're doing. You know, they give you an entire AR team also, which is pretty solid for early on. And they give it to you leveled depending on like which stage you get them, because, you know, one, like, you get them from chapter 1, then you get other for chapter 2, so on and so forth. So the, you know, the first one you will get her at level 1, I think. But as you progress through the game, they'll give them to you at like the matching level of the chapter. So by the time they give you the last one, it's like max level with all the dummy links and everything. Yeah, the power scaling for enemies is also pretty nuts. But yeah, as I said, the main thing is that if you wanna get into it to read the story, the game itself is not up to date. Because it's not like Narrow Cloud, which you can complete the events. Okay, it's fine. It was empty. But yeah, not like Narrow Cloud when you complete the events and they get saved for the archive or something. But it's just, you know, the events go away, and then you have to wait for them to be added to the permanent campaign. And they are very behind on that. So I said, even if you start the game and manage to get through it and, you know, and catch up with all the content in the game, you will still not be caught up to the story. So if that is what you want out of the game, it might not be worth it. It might be better to use read a summary maybe, or like, as I said, you can read the events through other means and just jump straight to Ghost Running 2. There's still no news of the story in Siena, right? I don't think so. I haven't heard anything. But yeah, you can also just jump straight up into Gears Online 2. The thing that you need to know for Gears Online though, especially if you jump straight into 2, is that the game will, it's not like other gachas in which they will jab your ear off, explaining you everything. They will only explain to you what you need to know at that moment. So you might be confused with many things as they show up because they won't explain them right away. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They only kind of explain when you need to know. If you're a vet, and there are things that if you're a veteran, if you've gone through the Gears Online 1 story, you might get them. But if you're a new player, you're probably gonna be like, huh? But yeah, also just keep that in mind, that things will get explained as you go. It just might not happen right away. Like in other gachas, when they will introduce a term and then explain it right off the bat, and then you end up with like 3,000 hours of just explaining terms. They don't do that in Gears Online. How was it, scarce? It was actually pretty good. It was pretty short. You should give it a try. It's free and it's only like 20 minutes of gameplay. And yeah, you need to use logic actually. So I'm like, wow, damn. What do you mean that the logical solution is the right one? Insane, crazy. But yeah, I saw a video about that on Gears Online 2. And I didn't realize until I saw that video and I was like, oh yeah, right. They do that. Or they will show you, straight up show you through cutscenes. Or like things happening instead of explaining to you. Like, I've seen people... And for example, I remember I saw people being like, what's a collapse storm? And then, like, further into the game, they straight up show you a collapse storm. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's a collapse storm. I understand. Or also how, they don't tell you all the things about dolls right away. You just kind of have to catch things on as you go. They just kind of start talking about like dolls and their narrow clouds, but they don't really explain them to you. But they will be, clear enough on what they do for you to be like, oh, so that's what that is. Or like, you can infer kind of like what it is, how it works. Very Metal Gear-esque. You kind of have to piece out your stuff together yourself, which is great. Makes you more invested. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I really like how they said they never really explain what dolls are. Which is also why on my Gears Online 2 for newbies, I was like, you can jump into the game like blindly, straight up. The game will explain what you need to know. But like, this is if you actually wanna go in with some more knowledge. It will add some extra flavor to the experience. But you can also just go in blind. It should have had a guide, yeah, at least for stuff like the world, World War III. The roster trees, maybe. They could have done one without doing it as extensive, maybe as the reverse collapse one is. But just have like a few key points, as I said, like World War III, radiation, the URNC, And probably that. I think they could have gotten away with just explaining that, and then just jumping into everything else. Baylan Island. The thing is that you don't really need to know about Baylan Island. You know, that's just a nice piece of lore. But you don't really need to know about Baylan Island to get into the story of the game. The collab radiation, it's a different story, you know. But yeah, the game... But yeah, Fer has been mostly playing blindly, you know, and as far as I know, he follows along with everything. You know, he can make sense of things. It's called media literacy, guys. I feel like people, or like maybe gachas, have gotten people to a point in which, you know, they need everything properly explained to them right away for people to be able to enjoy a story and follow along. Otherwise, they will just simply not understand anything because they are incapable of inferring things or like reading between the lines. And I think gachas, because I feel like gachas have been the biggest sinner on that end. Can't confirm I can follow along with things I don't get anything at all. See, exactly, that is the Gears Running experience. You can follow along, but you don't actually understand anything that's going on, but like, you know, you enjoy the ride nonetheless. That's just how it be in Gears Frontline. The collaboration is tied to the relics. But the thing is that relics have also not come up. And the thing is that, you know, if you start explaining everything in detail, then you end up with like wall text of things that we as Gears Frontline veterans will enjoy, you know, like I'm pretty sure all of us were excited by all those lore documents that got thrown in our face as soon as we start reverse collapse. But but most gacha players are not like that. They're incapable of inferring things and are also incapable of caring about stuff enough to keep facts in mind until they're relevant. Yeah, no, exactly. You know, they won't be able to be like, I don't know, like... To go back to the collapse storm example. You know, they're gonna be like, you know, they're gonna mention a collapse storm like they mention it like super early into the game. And they're gonna be like, oh, what's that? But then since it doesn't get explained, they will forget about it. And then they'll literally see one, and they might not be able to infer that it's a collapse storm unless a character says it while it's happening. You know, stuff like that. Or like they, you know, they might not be able to tell that dolls are like androids until we see one like without skin. I was mostly joking because I am fully capable of kind of inferring what I don't really know factly and understanding what comes next, but I also love the ride so far. Fully on board with the ride. Take me by the hand, John. Mika, this is interesting. I want to see more. Yes, yes, yes. Get onto get into the love and hope train. Unless Grossa points at it and goes like, this particular collapse storm in color is particularly nasty, Commander. Remember, it can cause X and Y. Yeah, no, exactly. They don't really do that. I said, even dolls, they don't explain. Like, they start the game with Grossa getting shot in the head. And then, like, a few cutscenes later, you see her return, and you're like, what? I mean, we are not, because we know they're dolls, but, like, I imagine how that must be for, like, new people. Just be like, what? Like, how are they back? And then they start talking about, like, backup bodies and things. So, like, you know, at that point, they should be able to infer that, okay, they're not human. Oh yeah, I already maxed my cheetah. I'm actually glad they don't part of the mystery, but makes it appealing so nicely. Yeah, no, exactly. And also because, you know, they don't... like... waterboard you with information. Sorry, that was the only term I could think about. Hey! You know, you are given the information in a need-to-know basis. You know, you wanna know what an epiphyllum is? You might get that explained at some point, but for now, just take it. It was the right term. Let's go. Fucking Hoyo games. Yeah, like, man. Celeste is better at it because it's more like take shorter chapters, and they don't really explain you everything. And, like, you kind of see things happening and, like, things start making sense, and you're like, ah, it's this kind of flower that you skip with them, you know, don't worry about it. Yeah, like, oh. I think it's also an epiphyllum, you know, it might actually sound like a made-up term, but it is actually a flower. It is actually a real flower. We still don't know why the moon is haunted. Yeah, we still don't know why the moon is haunted in Sunless. We shall know one day. I'm pretty sure the moon will be haunted in Australian too. I have no proof, but no doubts. We can't even go to space in Ghost Online, but you know, that only gives him all the more reason to believe that the moon is haunted. Because we can't go there. There's no space travel in Ghost Online world, by the way, remember that. Very nice bit of information. No, the moon is haunted. It could be haunted too, though. You never know. But yeah. It is also haunted in real life, yeah. I believe. But yeah, that's just, you know, that's one of those little tidbits about Gerstland World. That again, it's not really a thing you need to know. It has never come up. But you know, yeah, it's like a nice little tidbit. The Gerstland World, the Gerstland universe. There's no space travel. Because instead of a space race, there was a relic weapon race. And then the world got too fucked, and now no one can go to space. There's Elliot on the moon, gets for like 3 probably. Probably gonna have like some ruins of the ancient civilization as well, or something. Good night, alchemist. But yeah, I am gonna go before it gets too late. As I said, the purpose of streaming this game was to not go for too long. Waiting room for this Frontline 2 will be tomorrow. And as I said, I might be a bit late because I need to go to the post office beforehand. I still should be able to arrive in time for the stream, but just a heads up, might be a little bit late. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. This game was really fun. Really looking forward to trying out the other ones at some point. But for now, thank you guys so much for coming. Remember to stay safe and stay hydrated. Hopefully we'll finish Final Fantasy next week. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.